Hey guys, so for those of you who don't know, I have actually three channels. One's a Let's Play channel, we'll leave that alone for a second. But so I've got this channel where I like to do my projects and stuff, and then I've got the other two, one of which is a painting channel. I taught myself how to paint, and I should really cut in some pictures right here of some better ones, because this one's awful, and the reason that I'm doing this video today is because it's awful. So in this video I'm going to show you how to make some rocket fuel, and then I will link the video where we burn this one, because I'm never going to sell it. I don't like looking at it. We're just getting rid of it. So yeah, I'm going to show you how to make some rocket fuel. For the most part, I'll probably link Grant Thompson's The King of Randoms video in the description. So check that out too. Be super careful if you're going to do any of this. Just here, I'm not going to, here, let me just look at the camera. Very serious. Don't do this at home. There, I'm not liable now. Hopefully that'll hold up in court. But still, don't do this at home, but I'm about to show you exactly how to do it. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to show you how to make some rocket fuel. Let's do this. Alright, so let's get into the actual making of this. So let's turn our scale on. This is just a little food scale I got from Amazon. And we'll tare it. Apparently this thing weighs 68 grams, so we'll tear that out. So now it's 0. Let it sit, make sure it kind of did its thing. Alright, so here we've got some potassium nitrate. Maybe I'll cover up the brand, but it's Stump Remover is how you buy it. And then, just big warning, you know, preferably just don't do this at home, but, you know, keep out of reach of children, harmful to swallow, all that. It is 100% potassium nitrate. Make sure you read everything. Make sure that, you know, you're not doing this, like, in the middle of a neighborhood, and, you know, I'm sure it's flammable. It's kind of a weird thing to explain. It's an oxidizer. That's why it's really good for rocket fuel. So I'm not sure if the proper terminology would be that it is flammable or that it causes other things to be flammable. But just, you know, be careful. If you just be super careful, do small batches and test. Make sure you know what you're doing. Well ventilated air. Outside, that's the other thing. I'm not going to be able to film me actually cooking it, but basically what you do is you put it in a frying pan and you use electric heat, not an open flame. Preferably, no, I would say definitely if you're going to do this, take it outside, extension cord, you know, outside. If you're in an apartment complex, just abandon this idea. You know, if you've got like 5 acres to yourself or whatever, this is something where you might be able to play around with this on the weekend. Watch the King of Randoms video. That way you just get extra. I mean, he takes you through how to cook it and everything. And basically, just warm it up super slowly, because if it gets too hot, it'll spontaneously combust and start burning, and you can't put it out because the oxidizer is mixed in with the fuel. Alright, so there's my safety spiel. So let's turn this thing back on. It shut itself off due to inactivity. So let's I'm going to use 100 grams of both ingredients. So we'll get 200 grams of rocket fuel. Okay, so there's 80, 91.5, 98, 99, and just a touch more. Okay, 103. So we're going to shoot for 206 grams, and the sugar is a little bit easier to pour. And this is just granulated sugar. I should really get a better light if I'm going to be holding things up, but it's just table sugar like you'd use for cooking. So 206 is what we're shooting for, 206 grams. Okay. There's 200, there's 199.4. 203, 204, 205, and there's 206 grams. So we've got 50-50 by weight. So now I'm going to take this in the frying pan outside. Big thing, outside. That way if it does burn, it's already outside, and that's, you know, it's a problem, but it's okay. Water won't necessarily put this out. I'm not sure if I said that already, but we're saying again. So I will go mix that up, put it on a cookie sheet with some aluminum foil, and I've got a little bit of fuse in here, so I'm going to put its safety fuse so it burns a little bit slower, I think, I hope. Put the end of it in it and let it cool down a little bit, and then I'll bring it under the camera and we'll take a look at it. I guess one more thing I could do before I take it away is put the lid on. Oh, just broke the lid. One of the three of the lids. So now I'm going to actually, be sure to hold it and give it a really thorough mixing. You want this mixed as well as possible. Get as many granules next to each other as you can, because you want this a nice uniform, even distribution. Because if you got a big pile of sugar over here, a big pile of potassium nitrate over here, sugar will burn slow. Again, I'm not entirely sure if potassium nitrate itself will burn. It acts as an oxidizer, obviously. So it might just sit over there do nothing while the sugar slowly burns with the oxygen in the atmosphere. But you want to get this mixed as well, because the other thing, I did a test run the other day, and there was a little pocket that as soon as I kicked it out with with my foot, and it flared up just real quick. That little bit that was still left in there. So you want to get this as uniform as possible so you get a good, even, safe burn. Alright, I'll go fry this up. Alright, so as you can see here, we've got basically stirred up together, you stir it together, you heat it up, and it melts, and it makes this kind of syrupy type of thing. And so I've got it on a cookie sheet with a couple of pieces of aluminum foil. And then I've just put the fuse in the side here, so it goes from here to here, so that should be plenty to get it actually lit and burning. Yeah, this whole thing's, it's got to get pretty warm. It's the consistency of, I think I called it syrup, more of like a caramel type of consistency, and it's super hot. Don't freaking touch it for a while, and I always let it cool down all the way before I touch it off. So yeah, we're gonna let it cool down, then I'll peel it off, and we'll probably glue it onto the painting. Alright, so we've got the painting face down here. We're gonna take this rocket fuel and peel it off of the foil. There, nice slab of it. Probably don't bang it around too much. It might not have been the best idea, but alright, so we're going to put it towards the bottom. So push a couple of things up out of the way, move this up a little bit for you. Oh, I forgot, I made this where it'll slide out. Alright, hopefully that'll work. Alright, so we're going to put this at the bottom here. We'll just press it against the canvas. See if that actually did it. Nope. I thought it would, but I guess it would. Alright, so we're just going to take some wood glue. I don't think it actually really matters a whole lot. There's a little bit of stuff kind of happening back here. I'm not sure if this is going to work really well, but it just has to hold the weight of the rocket fuel from when I tip it kind of on its side to the point when we light it. So it doesn't need to hold very much for very long. So I'll just push that down, let it spread out. It's going to hold on the canvas really well because of all the little stuff. So we're just going to let that sit for like probably a half hour before we even try to move it. Make sure it gets really good hold, as much of a hold as it's going to get. Alright, so this is set for a little while, and I can in fact tip it over like this, and it's still stuck on the back there. And then also, while that was drying, while the glue was drying, I just went ahead and whipped up 320 grams as 160 grams each. Why the odd number? Because I was shooting for 150 and accidentally went 160 with the potassium nitrate, and then just matched it with the sugar. So we got 320 grams of rocket fuel that'll probably just set underneath it and touch it off as well, just for some extra fun. So yeah, let's take this thing over to our little fire pit. We've got some water standing by. Like I said, it won't actually put the rocket fuel out, but it's been raining all day, and it is a fire pit. It should be, I mean, we've put fire in it before, so it won't cause a problem like that. And then we will have water standing by, mostly just for show. I mean, we won't need it, or the only thing we'll need it for is to put it out once we're done watching it burn. We don't want it sitting here for the entire wooden frame to keep burning. So, alright, let's go light it up.
So if you do want to see the rocket fuel go up, if you do want to see this painting get burnt, go ahead and take a look in the description for a link, or wait to the end of this video and a link will pop up as one of the end cards. You're going to go over to my other channel, and I've got a nice video of that there. And if you're going to make this rocket fuel, I'll put a link to Grant Thompson, the King of Randoms video, in the description. He makes some great rocket fuel too, so be sure to check that out. I think that's all I've got to say about that. Thanks for watching.